Welcome to LP Financial Services. Free membership is available at www.fxreturn.com. Good afternoon. Welcome to the FXReturn.com weekly market preview for the Euro, the Pound, New Zealand Dollar for Tuesday, September 2nd, 2008. It's coming up on 1600 GMT, 12 noon on the East Coast Tuesday. After a long holiday weekend, a Labor Day, they took it out in the Euro. They took it down to 45.20 currently trading. Support is at 44.30. That's our 50% retracement level, and that's a very important level. Breaks below 44.30, I believe. If we can close the session below that, we'll push 40.55, our next Fibonacci retracement level. To the upside, resistance comes back in at 48.12 and then on to 1.5. When we take a look at the chart, we can see we've had this 44 area, 44.48 area. Today we made a low of 44.65. So that's pretty close today. The indicator is currently 45.19. If this stochastics comes back through the 20 line and breaks this bottom line here, then I do think that we will push the bottom of this trend line first around the 4200 area, pushing down to 40.55, 40.70 area. So that's the outlook for the Euro. Let's look at the short-term charts, and I'll show you what I mean. We've got this little line here of containment, but we do see a little divergence between this low. Hasn't gone that deep into the fabric of the MACD compared to this low. And this gives us a nice line to work off of, because breaks below this line, I think, will push to lower levels. The indicators look like they have come up from a little bit of an oversold condition right now. And if the MACD can go positive, I do think that we could see the moving average at a little bit higher level. To the downside, we have our levels. When we look at the pound, it's completely fallen out of the trend line from the 98 level. It's been a straight down little pause. The MACD is still building to the downside. The weeklies still don't look good. And when we take a look at our support and resistance levels, we can look at 77.27 and 76.10 as the next levels below us, as we've broken all supports. Even our 82.20 level was broken. The bottom of the trend channel was broken at 79.90, and we're at 78.23 right now, currently trading. And same picture on the 60-minute charts. A little bit of an oversold condition is being worked off as we came back through the 20 level. The MACD is now trading above the trigger line, and so any movements, I feel, would we would look back at that 82.20 level to the top side. To the downside, breaks the 77.20 area would be increasingly negative. When we looked at the New Zealand dollar, we can see down here 68.57. We hit this moving average 150-day exponential at 72 area and could not make any moves positive. So now we're building to the downside. Again, a little bit of a oversold condition here, but we look at the dailies. You can see there's still potentially room to go on both this and the pound, not yet trading above the 20 level, and the Euro on a daily basis, still looking like it may have a little downside to go. When we look at the weeklies, you can see we're still buried. MACD still building to the downside in the Euro. In the pound, we see same situation, still increasingly lower levels, not yet able to come up. In New Zealand dollar on the weeklies, same story, buried below 20 and building. So that's the outlook, little bearish outlook over the longer term for these currencies. When we look at the current events for the current week, go to our website, FX Return, hit our monthly calendar. We've had some news that's come right on forecast early in the week, but we do have Aussie GDP coming in 9:30 p.m. East Coast, 1:30 GMT with a 3-star event. We have a ton trading plan for that. Then we get into the interest rates news. Tomorrow, Canadian overnight rate at 1300 GMT at 3%. We have a ton trade on news plan for that. We have our Aussie trade balance figures coming in on the 4th. At 0.1 billion. That's way down from forecast, so we could see some market movements on that on Thursday. We have a ton trade on news plan for that event, and then all of our Thursday, 7 a.m., 7:14, and 7:45, and then 8:15, back to back to back. We've got the official bank rate out of the UK, the minimum bid rate out of Europe, and the US ADP, first figures on non-farm employment change for the week. Big figure, big deviation there, minus 30K as opposed to the 9K. And then we go into Friday, where we have all of our ADP. We have our US ISM number coming out at 10 a.m. and then Friday, Canadian employment change, and then the big U.S. non-farm employment change figures on Friday. That'll be the first Friday of the month in September, and that's always a big mover. So that's our outlook. All of our trading plans are contained on our website at fxreturn.com, home of our LP trading signals and our TON, T-O-N, Trade on News software. Be sure to check the website at fxreturn.com. Follow along with all our technical analysis. We'll leave the euro trading a little weaker here at 45.14. We've got this moving average support at 1.4, and as we showed our correlation last week, when we look at the weeklies, we see that the British pound has traded through its 61% retracement level in the pound, and we look at the euro, we see that it has yet to even approach a 38.2. So in the longer term, there could be more room to go. So thanks for following along today for our market weekly preview for the euro, the pound, New Zealand dollar for September 2nd, 2008. This has been your FX Return Report, and thanks so much for following along today. Bye-bye.